Hello everyone, and welcome back to Balance of Power, the demo. If you're interested in playing the demo yourself, there's a link in the description if you want to see the previous part. What you doing? Go check it out. And if you really like what you're seeing or what you saw, back their Kickstarter. Show them some love. Make this game happen. Oh my god, I love what I've seen so far. I really love Tommy. Stolen my heart. Ripped it out of my chest. It's his now. We have finished our day. Let's see what happens. The bell rings, and after grabbing all my belongings, I begin making my way home to the student dorms. It's not the largest room, but at least it's a place all to myself. I met a few interesting people today. It's been fun. I went to the next day. The next day I arrive at campus early, determined to get a strong coffee to help me deal with morning classes. A short distance away, two of my fellow students are chatting amongst themselves, but it's far too early for me to pay proper attention. Hey, watch this! I've been practicing and can get it to go further now. They're way too energetic for it being this early in the morning. I'm both envious and resentful. Wait! Not in that direction! Oh shit, watch out! I look up at the panic- wow, what is this music? I look up at the panicked cry ringing- Hold on, I wasn't expecting this music. I looked up as the panicked cry rings out. Oh shit! A blast of purple light flies towards me. I instinctively try to move out of the way, but I already know it won't work. It's coming too fast. As a last-ditch effort, I close my eyes and raise my arms to block it. But instead of pain I expected to feel, I feel a rush of air and hear a strange noise. Huh? When the collision I was bracing for never comes, I slowly open my eyes. Wow! A glimmering, almost transparent barrier protects me. With her arms outstretched in front of her is one of the most dynamic-looking people I have ever seen. Everything about her projects a lively nature, from her vibrant red hair, glowing skin, and deep purple eyes shining with life. A bandage rests across her nose, and she looks towards me. Her expression changes from stern to an excited grin. You okay? I nod tentatively. Glad to hear it. This music is really good, but my brain is just like, woo! I wouldn't want to see someone innocent get blasted in the face while I'm around. She slowly lowers her arms, and as she does, the barrier surrounding us begins to fade. She turns towards the student who launched the purple light and points a finger at them. Her expression changed again, this time however to anger. Hey, you! Hell are you doing? You could have killed him. I'm sorry I didn't realize you were there. I just wanted to show off what I could do. Yeah, he's really sorry. Well, how about next time look first then shoot? Got it? Both students give a scared nod. Good, now get the hell out of here. The students scramble away, disappearing out of view. With them gone, I look back to the girl who rescued me. Thank you. You saved me back there. Don't worry about it. I did what any person would have done. Lucky I came early today, I guess. She lets a small laugh, but it quickly fades as a pained wince escapes her lips. Are you okay? Did some of that hit you? Damn, I was kinda hoping to play the unflinching hero a bit longer. Or at least until you left. I guess you could say that some of it hit me. My power doesn't block all the damage it takes, you could say. Beyond a point, it hurts me too. Are you injured? Don't worry too much. It'll take more than that to cause any actual damage to my body. At least let me take you to the nurse. I guess since I was heading that way anyway, I wouldn't mind an escort. Happily. One last thing before we go. I know it's kinda late, but what's your name? Oh, I'm Antonio. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too. I'm Marissa. Well, Marissa, would you like to lean on me as we walk? Nah, I'm good. You worry a lot, don't you? Only the normal amount. Maybe a bit more for people who saved me from serious injury. Marissa lets out a small laugh before we make our way towards the campus. You sound a lot like Casey. I bet you'll get along. What do you mean? You'll see soon enough. Okay, people. Marissa seems to know her way to the infirmary quite well, walking with a confident stride. Maybe she has been here longer? Or maybe she's the type to visit the infirmary a lot. As we arrive, she throws open the door with vigor. Oh, whoops. She turns around and places one finger over her lips. Shh. What is it? Funny for her to shush me, given that I'm not the noisy one here, but regardless. Oh. I peer inside. I see a boy asleep with his head resting on the infirmary bed. A student? Where's the nurse? Marissa opens the door quietly and sneaks over towards the boy. I don't want to do this to you, Casey. Actually, what am I saying? I totally want to do this. Wait, what are you... Too late. She's already shaking him. Wow, she is not being gentle. The boy awakes. Oh my god, he's so cute. The boy awakes in a panic, batting Marissa's arms away. What? He fumbles for his glasses, but can't seem to find them. Marissa hands them over with a grin. Here they are, you doofus. Leave me alone, Marissa. What are you doing here? He glances around blarily, taking in the room before his eyes settle on me. Now that he's awake, I'm able to get a good look at him for the first time. Despite being fresh from waking up, he looks surprisingly well put together. He's smartly dressed and his clothes are neat and clean. Even his hair seems well kept, despite the slightly ruffled look. He seems serious and sophisticated, if a little tired. Or a lot tired. Huh? Oh! He sits up straight, looking more awake now. And rather embarrassed. I can't explain. But first, he glances to Marissa at his side. At my side. Why are you in the infirmary this early? Luckily for this one, I was. Otherwise, they would be the one you were checking over. Wait, you got injured already? What happened this time? Hey, don't be like that. I did what had to be done. Not to interject, but where is the nurse? Shouldn't we have waited until they arrived? Maybe? But honestly, Casey can do about as good a job as the nurse can. Well, that's obviously not true. They have a degree in medicine. And even if it was true, which it isn't, you know I'm not supposed to, Marissa. Who needs a degree when you have a power like yours? Casey looks exasperated, and I get the feeling that this isn't the first time they've had this argument. Please don't dismiss all the work that goes into being a nurse. My power couldn't possibly compare. Shh. You heal me up all the time. Against my better judgment. But I still can't do more than minor bruises and injuries. I'm not allowed, for one thing. He looks to me, brows furrowed. Sorry, I didn't properly explain why I'm here. I've been permitted to serve as an assistant nurse because of my power, but I'm only allowed to work on minor injuries. Assistant nurse? He looks the same age as Marissa. Please don't let Marissa fool you. I must have explained 1,000 times. Hasn't anyone ever told you that actions speak louder than words, dear Casey? He sighs loudly. Then perhaps I should stop healing you altogether. Maybe then you'll finally learn to be less reckless. Whoa, there's no need to be hasty. He quickly backpedals, but then relaxes with a grin. Besides, I know you'd never do that. You love me too much. Don't be too sure. He looks completely deadpan. Anyway, now that I've successfully woken you up, I'd best be off. I promised the team I'd practice with them this morning. But I've not healed you yet. Marissa, don't you just ignore me. Too late, she's already racing down the hallway. Casey calls after her, but it falls on deaf ears. And don't run! He sinks down into his seat, looking exhausted. That girl. Comes in, wakes me up, then runs off down the corridor. What is she, 5? He seems to remember that I'm there again at last. Sorry about that. That's alright. So you're really the assistant nurse here? You seem pretty young. He nods. I am first and foremost a student. But in between classes, I'm allowed to serve as assistant nurse here because of my power. What? Renewal. Wow, my mouth is not about that life. Vitality renewal. Okay. Sorry, I must be more tired than I thought. Look, you must be up so bad. It's me being already tired. Speaking of, it's later than I thought. I'd best get going. That seems like an excuse, but to be fair, he does seem like a guy who has to be early to being early. Casey makes his way to the exit and then stops at the slightly open door and turns to face me again. It was nice meeting you. Maybe next time I might be under less dramatic circumstances. Yeah, maybe I'll come visit again, casual, regardless of circumstances. I'm happy we met. Friendly. I'll come visit next time I send one of my enemies here. Jokingly, question mark. I would bear my wounds if it meant that I might get to see you again. Flirt. Friendly. Regardless of circumstances, I'm happy we met. Casey gives me a cute smile. I feel the same. Hopefully next time I will get a chance to talk to you properly. And I'll have the chance to tidy up a little after my nap. I'll see you around, hopefully not as a patient though. Bye! I say goodbye and then realize I've yet to get the coffee I needed and it's now time to make my way to class. Fuck. Well, guess it's going to be a long day. What? What's happening? Before class starts, I hear some of the students talking. Did you see that guy outside of campus? Yeah, I've seen him outside the gate a few times now. Is he even a student? He's a bit old, isn't he? Creepy. I wonder what he wants. I saw one of the teachers talking to him once. What happened? He walked away. I don't think he'll stay away though. Yikes. I'll have to be sure to be careful when leaving campus. Maybe it's harmless, but you can never be too careful. Class starts shortly after, and by lunch I've completely forgotten about the conversation I overheard. I'm not forgetting. I settle into a peaceful routine over the week. Now I've forgotten. I feel like I'm getting used to university life. However, this peace was shattered the next Monday morning. English literature starts as normal, but not long after attendance is taken, we're interrupted by a knock on the door. The university chancellor enters, followed by a boy I've never seen before. Who? He's pale with white hair and piercing blue eyes. He looks interesting but also highly uncomfortable. He stands awkwardly at the front of the class. Maybe he is nervous about being in front of everyone? A low murmur breaks out amongst the other students as they begin to gossip about the boy. Quiet down now. Blech. Why did I do that? Okay everyone, this is Ellis. I'm sorry, I'm bad at names. As of today, he will be attending this class as usual. I wonder what's going on. This is university, it's not like new students need to be introduced to the class. And why would the chancellor himself get involved? A few students start to whisper amongst each other and give each other intrigued looks.
The chancellor places a hand on Ellis's shoulder but then yanks it back quickly.
He shoots Ellis a reprimanding look. I wonder what that was. Now Ellis, why don't you go sit down? The chancellor scans the room for a second before pointing to the row of seats I'm sat on. Look, there's some space on that row. It looks like Ellis says something, but he's too far away to be audible. He starts to make his way up the stairs towards me. Excuse me. I stand up to allow Ellis past me. I guess he wants to sit by the wall? Thanks. Okay everyone, sorry for the intrusion. I will let you continue with your lesson. The university's chancellor starts to leave the room, but not before turning to the teacher and giving him a knowing nod. The teacher returns the gesture. What's going on? This all seems a tad strange. Why all this fuss over introducing him to the class? And why wasn't he here before now? Whatever the reason, it seems as though I have a new row companion. Right, now class. With the minor disturbance out of the way, why don't we get on to today's topic? Most of the class looks to be paying attention to the teacher again, with a small amount of eyes still on Ellis. The lecture continues as normal after that. Though, Ellis never looks any less comfortable than when he first entered. He doesn't seem to engage in the lesson and looks to be doodling rather than taking notes. I whisper over to him. Hey, are you okay? Huh? Yeah. If you need any help, just ask. I can try and catch you up on what you've missed. It's cool, I get it. Just, don't come close to me. Oh, okay. I'm intrigued! That was a little rude. I was only offering him help. For the rest of the lesson, Ellis continues to doodle. Wait, do you have a chain? He does! And he plays with it. Oh my god. As the bell rings for break, the teacher starts to leave the room. Immediately, a large portion of the class heads over to Ellis. Hey, how come you're only in our class now? Were you sick or something? What's your power? Is it a strong one? Ellis' hands clench up. His whole being looks visibly uncomfortable. What happened with the university chancellor when he held your shoulder? Back off. Small sparks crackle in the air. Is that your natural hair color? One of the students stood close to Ellis, reaching out, attempting to touch him, but their arm jerks back as a small spark of electricity hits them. Hey! Ow! That hurt! A few students back up from Ellis, but most can't as they're blocked by those behind them. Ellis clenches his hands tighter, causing his pencil to break in his hand. Don't touch me! I told you to back off. At this point, the teacher notices the commotion and heads back inside. The air around Ellis starts to move and vibrate as if being pushed in all directions. A few more students are pushed backwards, each letting out a small cry of pain as they do. Ellis! Everyone move away from him now. Ellis' hair starts to stand on end as the air around him becomes more distorted and shifts. What's going on? Maybe he's just showing off his power, even so, isn't he taking a bit far, unimpressed? Maybe he's trying to force people to back off, serious, or maybe he can't control his power, sympathetic. Maybe he can't control it? Ellis flicks his eyes around the room mildly. For a brief second, his eyes meet mine. I give him a sympathetic look. I stand up from my seat and move away. Hopefully it'll help him feel less crowded. Ellis' eyes goes back to frantically scanning the room. The teacher has started making his way up the stairs towards Ellis. Ellis, calm down. Everyone move back. A large majority of the students have now backed away a few feet. A couple of students are still close to Ellis, however, something that seems to be causing him distress. It's okay, Ellis. Everyone's backing off. I look for a reaction from him, but get nothing. It looks like he can't hear me. As if he's in his own head. An audible hissing sound builds in the air before it. A bolt of lightning hits the light bulb, causing it to shatter and glass shards to rain down on the class. Wow! Screen shaking, I'm not ready for this. Standing suddenly, Ellis launches out another, this time into the air. Everyone outside now. Ellis, that's enough. Doesn't he realize he's making it worse by shouting? If you don't calm down, you know I'll have to sedate you. Leave me alone. Even with all of this, I can tell Ellis is the most scared one here. Through the anger, I can see small tears forming in the corner of his eyes. I don't want to hurt anyone, so just back off. Stay away from me. I can't yell. That's not my MO right now. The teacher is still struggling to move past the last few students. He begins to reach into his pocket. I don't want to do this. From nowhere, familiar lights appear around Ellis and the teacher. Oh, it's Tommy. Wait. We both look around to see the origin of the lights. It's alright, sir. Tommy's voice is calm. God, Tommy! Sorry, I was overtaken by emotion. Tommy's voice is calm and reassuring, despite the fact that he looks embarrassed. Tommy, this isn't the time. But look. I don't know why I did that voice. Whew. The teacher and I turned to look at Ellis, who had a very difficult reaction to the sudden appearance of the lights. At first, Ellis looks panicked and defensive. But after a few moments, his expression changes, now seeming confused. He reaches out and attempts to grab one from the air. An understandable reaction. His hand passes through, but already the air around Ellis seems to become less distorted, lightning no longer shooting off of him. His eyes are no longer darting around the room, and his body seems to have relaxed subconsciously, focusing only on the light in front of him. Whew. Looking back at Tommy, I see that he has a soft smile on his face as he watches Elias's reaction. Ellis's, oh my god, sorry, wow. I'm gonna have a hard time with his name, just letting y'all know. The teacher backs off and slowly removes his hand from his pocket. Ellis, you will calm down and go straight to the Chancellor. It seems you are not ready to join classes as we originally hoped. Ignorant to what he is being told, Ellis continues to follow the lights with his eyes before turning to face Tommy, who has stepped up to him. Here, come with me. I think it might be best if I take you there. Huh? Yeah, maybe. I think that would be best. Wait, who even are you? Oh, sorry, I'm having reactions. I love them! We can talk while we walk. That rhymed. As Tommy started to leave the room, he gives me a wink as he goes, "My love!" Oh my god, no, I've fallen hard. I'm worried what it was that the teacher was reaching for, but hopefully I won't ever have to find out. Tommy leads Ellis out of the room where a large commotion can be heard as the students react to seeing Ellis. Due to the destruction Ellis caused, class is cancelled and we are given a free period. We're lucky Tommy was here. I don't want to think about what would happen if he wasn't. Surprisingly, Ellis does come to class the next day, but the teacher issues a stern warning that no one is to bother him. After what happened yesterday, no one is eager to disobey. Tommy is seated closer to Ellis, likely as a safety precaution, which he accepts with a small smile in Ellis' direction. I guess at least now I get to sit closer to Tommy as well. Yeah! Not a word is said to Ellis by anyone. By the time class ends, he hurries from his seat out the door. This becomes a new routine. A week passes and I continue to spend time with Tommy. Lately, however, I get the feeling we're being observed. Oh, no, it's cute. Oh no. Oh god, Tommy, you see it too, right? He's cute. No, we can all be a couple. We can be friends and a couple. We can be a threesome. Oh, there's gonna be so feelings around. So many feelings. We could be a poly group. Oh my god, please. It's so cute. What? Yep. It sort of like cements the fact that we've been hanging out with Tommy a lot. Tommy? Do you feel like we're being watched? Tommy grins. Yeah, I've been waiting for him to approach me for a while now. Ooh. Ellis. He has been following me around since the classroom incident. I don't mind though. Might be waiting a while. I wonder why he's following you. Maybe you could make it easier for him to approach you, friendly, or should we call him out on it, suspicious, or we could continue to wait for him, neutral. Maybe you could make it easier for him to approach you? God. Tommy gives a wide smile. Yeah, hopefully this works. Lights appear around Ellis. At first he panics, but he calms quickly. Tommy smiles widely in Ellis's direction. Hey Ellis, why don't you come sit with us? He waves him over to the desk we're sat at. Ellis seems nervous at first, even under the effect of Tommy's power, but begins to approach nonetheless. He stands rather timidly in front of us, taking a few seconds before he opens his mouth. Sorry. I'm not sure what for, but nothing to worry about. And, thanks for helping me during class. No biggie. Anybody would have been overwhelmed in that situation. Yeah, but most people don't respond by almost frying everyone in the vicinity. It's a little harsh to think, but he does have a point. I feel like a third wheel in this conversation. Tommy's eyes flashed in my direction before turning to better face both of us. At least no one was seriously injured, right, Antonio? And look at it this way, no homework. Probably not the attitude we should be taking this, but it seems like Ellis needs some reassurance right now. Yeah, the teacher didn't even check the assignment we were meant to hand in, since class was cancelled and everything. I pushed down the feeling of being a third wheel and give Ellis a smile. Ellis gives a grimace that I think was meant to be a smile. A few moments pass and Ellis continues to awkwardly hover next to us. You want to sit? Honestly, I could do with all the help I can get. I don't really get the latest assignment. Won't you join us? Ellis hesitates before slowly sitting. Tommy's lights flicker out as he does. I can't be certain, but I think Ellis is almost disappointed. We spend the next half an hour discussing the English assignment. Tommy, for the most part, carries the discussion, but slowly Ellis begins to open up. It becomes clear that he was telling the truth when he said he didn't need my help in class. He's got a surprisingly good grasp of the work for someone who hasn't been in class until now. By the end of what can only be loosely described as a study session, the atmosphere is relaxed and fun. It's small, but I think I can see him smile for a moment. Tommy and Ellis aren't the only pair I run into over the course of the week. Chapter 2! Foraging Bonds! Achievement unlocked! Complete Chapter 2! Chapter 1! Shit! The next day. Arriving through the university main gate, I noticed Jack and Violet are sat together on the bench alongside the entrance path. Wait, how long has it been? Hold on. I'm gonna stop there. We're gonna stop here. Yeah, done with the chapter? If what you've seen has interested you, please go check out the Kickstarter, download and play the demo yourself. If you don't want to miss the next part, subscribe, turn on notifications, click that bell icon so you don't miss anything. And thank you to Carmine Carrero for becoming a patron this month. If you're interested in becoming a patron, links in the description. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye!